This conference will now be recorded.
Are you able to see my screen, guys? Able to see my screen, everyone? Hello.
It is visible.
Yes, cool. Yes, and the last topic in Java is nothing but the collections, guys. So like previous class, we have discussed about exception handling, right? So now from today onwards, we are going to start the collections. Collections is a huge topic, guys. It will take around 3 to 4 days of time because it has different classes, different interfaces, different methods are there. So I'll explain most of the methods and most of the classes. Okay, first of all, what is a collection? So is collection is a class or is an interface or what is this? Actually, collections is a class, guys. Collection is an interface. So collection is an interface. Collections is a class, and note down this point, and it is an interview question. So what is the difference between collection and collections? Collection is a class and collections is a collection is an interface and collections. So if any word contains s at the last, it is nothing but a class. So it is nothing but a class. So collection is an interface, and just give me 1 second, guys. So my network is just a second. Yeah. So collection is an interface and collections is a class, guys. So here in this collections, in this collection interface, so we have a different interfaces now because we cannot use collection interface directly to our code, guys. So we can't use collection interface directly to write the code. So for that reason, so we are going to use the interfaces which contains collection interface, and we are going to use that one. We are going to use that one. Collection interface, we can't use it directly, guys. We can't use it directly, but by using the interfaces inside, inside collection, we can use collection concept. We can use collection concept, guys. Directly we can't use collection because it is a parent interface. We can't use directly, but by using the interfaces inside it, we can use collection concept. And here the main thing is, first of all, what is a collection? Okay, collection is an interface. Okay, fine. So why it contains different kinds of interfaces and classes and methods inside it? Because we can also call collection is an interface. Collection is a framework, not an interface. We can also call collection is a framework as well. Collection is a framework as well, because it contains interfaces, methods, and classes inside it. So that is the reason we can call it as a collection framework as well. Framework is nothing but it is a structure. In this structure, we can use all the classes, all the methods, all the interfaces, everything. And the parent of collection is nothing but a collection. So the parent of collection is nothing but collection interface. In this collection interface, we have 5 different interfaces. Now we have 5 different interfaces. List interface is there, set interface is there, map interface is there, queue interface is there, queue, and the final one is iterator. The final one is iterator. So these are the interfaces that we are going to learn in our collections concept. And here, which one is important for interview and for real time? So for interview and for real time, so list is important, set is important, because we'll use list, set, map, and iterator in the real time. So queue is not useful, guys. We'll not use queue in the real time. We'll only use a list, we'll use a set, we'll use map, and we'll use iterator. And here, are you able to see the diagram, guys? Are you able to see the Java collections framework diagram?
Yes.
Yes, see here, it is a parent interface. Collection is a parent interface. And here in this interface contains 5 interfaces. List interface, set interface, queue interface, map, and iterator interface. Then why here it contains list, set, queue only, and why it is not containing map and iterator? Because list, set, and queue only accept a single value. Remember this point, guys? It will only accept a single value. But here in the map, it will accept the data in the form of key and value pairs. In map, it will contain data, it will add data in the form of key and value pairs, guys, in the form of key and value pairs. And when you come to the iterator interface is used same like a for loop. So here, to iterate everything related to the collections interface, we are going to use iterator only from today onwards. So we'll not use for loops, will not use for each loops, because in the iterator, first of all, we should convert our interface to the iterator interface. Later on, by using a while method, we are going to execute each and every data inside in the interface, guys. So list, set, queue contains only single data, means it will only add only one data at a time. But here it will add data in the form of key and value pairs. Iterator will not store any data, it will execute the data inside in the collection, guys. It will execute the data inside in the collection. So that is the reason. So collection, it contains list, set, queue, map, and iterator. And these are also related to interfaces, but this sorted set belongs to set interface, dq belongs to queue, sorted map belongs to map, and list iterator belongs to iterator. And this particular list iterator will only work for list interface, guys. So list iterator cannot support set, list iterator cannot support map, list iterator cannot support queue, list iterator cannot support anything other than a list interface, but iterator will support both set and the queue and the list. So iterator will support list, set, and queue, guys. And here I'm going to cover one more interview question. So what is the difference between iterator and list iterator? Iterator and list iterator. So here, what is the difference between iterator and list iterator? By using iterator, you can only traverse in a forward direction. So by using iterator, we can only traverse to forward direction, guys, to forward direction. That means 1 to 2, 2 to 3, 3 to 4, 4 to 5, like that only we can traverse in forward direction only. But by using the list iterator, we can traverse, we can traverse both the forward and backward direction. So this is an interview question, guys. What is the difference between iterator and list iterator? By using iterator, we can only traverse to forward direction, but by using list iterator, we can traverse on both backward and forward directions. And remember guys, list iterator is only for list interface. It will not support the remaining interfaces. So if you have any doubts as of now, you can ask guys. Mahendra, Monica?
No.
Yamuna? Okay. And the next thing is, so which one is important? So here, list, set, map is important, and in the list we have different classes, but the only important thing, the only used class in list interface is array list only, guys. You will get definite interview question, what is an array and what is an array list. It is a definite interview question, and in the set, we'll only use hash set, and in the map, we'll only use hash map. But in the list, I will cover both array list and linked list. In set, I will cover both hash set and tree set. And in the map, I will cover hash map, iterator, list iterator, everything I will cover. So here, are you able to see the next diagram, guys? Collection.
Yes.
So here, sometimes some interviewers may ask this kind of question. Okay, list set queue, it will only handle the collection, or collection may handle the map interface. It will handle map as well, but why it contains these three interfaces in this particular diagram is list set queue only add a single value at a time, but map add the data in the form of key and value base. That means 1 equal to Himaja, 2 equal to Pratap, 3 equal to Monica, 4 equal to Yamuna, or Yamuna equal to 1, or Himaja equal to 2. So it will take the values in the form of key and value base, guys. So that is the reason. So we segregated map from the collection, but the map related to collection interface only. I'll show you that one. I will show you that one. So now we are going to start a list interface, and here I am going to show you few methods, and these methods are common for each and every interface. List interface, set interface, queue interface. So these methods are common. I'm going to cover these methods, and please remember these methods, because so the interviewer may ask, okay, can you please note down few methods that are related to collection interface? So at that time, you can note down, you can write this method, add all, clear, remove all, such kind of thing. So these are the common methods, common methods belongs to every interface. So belongs to every interface, guys. The first one is add method. So here, this method is used to add data to the interface, to add data to the collection interface, which is used to add and we have add all. So this method is used to copy data from one collection to another collection. To copy data from one collection to another collection. To add or to copy data from one collection to another collection. One collection to another collection. That means I have a collection interface with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 values, and another collection interface with null value. At the time, by using add all, we can copy 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 from one collection to another collection. I will show you everything, guys. So I will show you everything. Apart from this, we have size method. So actually, we have length method is there in string and array, right? So what is the purpose of length method? What is the purpose of length method? Why we are using length method in array and collection? In array and string.
Length, how many numbers in if we take a name, if myself Suresh, for example, how many digits it will take? It will count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. The 5 digits
Yes.
it will go in the console.
Yes. So length method is used to get the number of characters in a string and the number of values in an array, right? Same like this. So size method is used to get the count of an elements from a collection. So from a collection. So in strings and arrays, we'll use length method, but in collections, each and every interface, we are going to use size only. We are going to use size only. And we have a remove method. Remove method is used to remove a particular element from the collection, which is used to remove particular element. So particular element from the collection. And apart from this, we have a remove all method. Remove all method is used to remove each and every element. So is used to remove each and every element in the interface. So remove method is used to remove a specific element or a particular element from a collection, but remove all method is used to remove each and every element from the collection. That means it will make your collection interface to null. Your whatever your list interface or set interface or whatever it may be, array list class or whatever it may be, it will make your class, your interface to null. Your interface to null, guys. Apart from this, we have clear method as well. So clear method and remove method works same, guys. So it will work same. It is also used to remove each and every element from the collection, guys. So if you want, you can use remove all, or otherwise if you want, you can use clear. So remove all, it will remove the element from the collection. So it will remove each and every element from the collection. Same clear also. And apart from this, we have iterator method as well, guys. We have iterator interface and iterator method as well. So what iterator method will do? It will access each and every element from the collection, guys. It will access. That means same like for loop. It will get each and every element from the collection, guys. So these are the common methods, guys, and please remember this method. And if you get any question in the interview, like could you please explain a few methods that are related to collection, you can explain these methods. So add is used to add a single web element, I mean single data, single element. Add all is used to add all the elements from one collection to another collection. Size method is used to get the count of elements from a collection. Remove is used to remove a specific or particular element, and remove all is used to remove each and every element from the collection, and the clear method is used to remove each and every element, same like remove all. And don't use both the methods at a time. If you use, so you will not see much difference. And iterator method is used to access each and every element from the collection, to access each and every element from the collection. So if you have any doubts as of now in the common methods, you can ask, guys.
No.
Okay. And so these are the methods, and before jumping into the code, so let me explain our interfaces, why we are using list interface, why we are using set interface, why we are using map, queue, and iterator. Okay. So first of all, interfaces. So what is the purpose of using these kinds of interfaces? So first one is list interface. If you want to add duplicate values, that means duplicate values or duplicate null values, whatever if you want. So if you want to add duplicate values, list is the best choice, guys. List is a best choice. So by using list, we can add duplicate values. We can add duplicate values means duplicate null values as well. Duplicate values and duplicate null values. Let me, okay. So we can add duplicate values, that means duplicate values and duplicate null values we can add. And the second one is, so it will allow more than one null value. It will allow more than one null value. And the third one is, it will follow dynamic array concept. So it will follow array concept. You can say array concept in the backend. That means, so here also need to store values in the form of index based. We can store values in the form of indexed based. That means first value in 0th position, second value in first position. Same like here also, it will follow array concept in the backend, and here it will store the values in index order. And the fourth point is it is a dynamic array. So you can say it is a dynamic array, guys. So in the array concept, we can only store values in a static way, right? So if we add 5, so we can only add 5, right? So if you want to add sixth one, we are able to get array index out of bound exception, right? But here we don't have such a kind of constraint, guys. So it is a dynamic array. We can add any number of elements as per the user requirement. As per the user requirement, we can add any number of data. So any number of data to the list. So why we are using list, guys? To add duplicate values, duplicate null values, and it follows dynamic arrays concept in the backend. And it is a dynamic array. We can add more number of elements as per the user requirement. So this is nothing but list. So this is nothing but a list. And the next one is why we are going for set. So set will allow unique value, guys. So set will allow unique values only. Unique values only. So if you want to duplicate the value, if you want to add the duplicate value, it will replace old value with the new value. So if you, for example, Himaja is there, if you want to add Himaja again, it will replace old Himaja with the new Himaja. So it will allow unique values only, and it will allow single null value. So it will allow single null value. And here it will not follow any index, guys. It will not follow any index base. It will not follow any index based concept. So that is the reason. So here in the set, you can't able to add data in the form of index based, like Himaja 0 or Monica 1 or Pratap 2 or Vijay 3, like that you cannot add because it will not follow any index based concept, guys. So here we can store just to store the values, and if you want to get the values, we should use iterator concept. We should use iterator concept. If you want to add duplicates, go for list, and if you don't want any duplicate values, go for set. So go for set, guys. And the next one is a queue. So in the queue interface, every data will be stored in FIFO order. So every data will be stored in FIFO order, guys. FIFO is nothing but first in, first out. First in, first out. So which data you added first, those data only you can remove. Those data only it will remove, otherwise it will throw different errors, guys. So it will throw comparative errors kind of that one. So here we can store data, and if you want to remove, you should follow the same order. So first in, first out order. And the next one is, so here the next one is a map. So very important interview question. So map. So what is a map? So map is also a interface, guys. Here the values, the data will store in the form of key and value base. In the form of key and value base. So that is the reason. So map is important in real time as well. So we add our test data in the form of key and value base only, guys. I'll show you that one once we start Selenium. The data will store in the form of key and value base. And the next important point is it will not allow duplicate key. It will not allow duplicate key, but it will allow duplicate values. It will not allow duplicate key, but it will allow duplicate value. For example, so the example is, so 1 equal to Himaja, 1 equal to Monica, 1 equal to Yamuna, 1 equal to Mahendra. So like it will not accept this kind of format, because if you store 1 equal to Himaja, again 1 equal to Monica, it will replace Himaja with Monica, then Yamuna with Monica, then Mahendra with Monica. But you can add values like 1 equal to Himaja, 2 equal to Himaja, 3 equal to Himaja, 4 equal to Himaja, like this you can add. So because it will not allow duplicate key, but it will allow duplicate values, guys. But it will allow duplicate values. The next one is, the final one is iterator. The final one is iterator or iterator, you can say. So here in the iterator, so what is the purpose of iterator? It will only used access each and every element from the collection. So it will only use to access each and every element from the collection. From the collection, guys, it will use to access each and every element from the collection. Apart from that, here we can't add any data in the iterator. We can't store any value. It is only used to iterate. So list is used to add duplicate values, set without duplicate, queue first in first order, map key and value pair, and iterator to access each and every element from the collection. So this is nothing but high level thing. So if you have any doubts as of now in the iterator concept, you can ask, guys.
No, Hamza.
Is everything clear, guys?
Clear.
Yes. Cool. So now we are going to start a classes that belongs to list interface. So our first topic is list interface. Our first topic is list interface. Definite interview question you will get on list. So definite interview question you will get on list. So what is a list? It is an interface, right? So here it contains few classes, and based on these classes, we are going to call a different methods. We are going to create a different objects. So here, are you able to see this one, guys? So here in the list interface, so we have four classes. First one is array list, second one is a linked list, third one is a vector, and fourth one is stack. So vector and the stack is not important, even linked list is also not important, but I will cover both array list and linked list. Just linked list is for 8+ years people, but below 8 years people, you will not see any questions related to linked list in the interview. You will not face any interview questions related to linked list in the interview. We will only get interview questions on array list. So in our today's class, we are going to cover only array list because it contains methods. So I will explain each and every method. So first of all, what is an array list? Is it an interface or is it a class? Is it an interface or is it a class? Array list is a class. Array list is a class which belongs to list interface, guys, which belongs to list interface. So array list is a class which belongs to list interface. Here we can add any number of data because it will allow dynamic array concept in the backend. So we can add any number of data because it follow so dynamic array concept is dynamic array concept in the backend and the next one is, so we can add any number of duplicate values. We can add any number of duplicate values as well. I will show you that one. So I will show you that one, guys. Just a second, guys, I'm getting a call. Hello. So here array list is a class which belongs to list interface, and we can add any number of data because it allows dynamic array concept in the backend, and we can add duplicate values as well. We can add duplicate values as well. And here the syntax is, so I will show you two types of syntaxes. You can follow which one you want. So you don't have any constraint, you can follow which one you want. First one is interface object equal to, so new class, or otherwise so you can use class object equal to new class. So class object equal to new class, so you can use any of the syntax, so it will work. So you can add any type of syntax, it will accept, because interface, if you want to create object to the interface, we should use parent equal to new child concept, right? So here also I am using the same. So I am going to create a package called collection. So now I'm going to create a package called collection. So now I'm going to create a class. My class name is nothing but list example. So here, first of all, so I will create two objects. So one object with the parent and one object with the child. So creating object using parent class, parent interface, not class, parent interface. So here, what is the interface? My interface is a list, right? So here a list. Are you able to see list, ma? List is belongs to Java util. List interface is belongs to Java util, ma. Just double click on this one. So here we need to provide a data type, ma. Data type in the form of wrapper classes, guys. If you want to add integer, you should provide integer, or character, you need to provide character. So now I'm going to use integer here, ma. So integer. So integer is a class. I'm using this integer and the list value. So this is my object name. Later on, I'm going to use a class. So my class name is array list. So here I'm going to use array list, or you can use a second way to create object using child class, guys. Directly use the child class. So here array list equal to, so array list value. So array list value. So either of the way you can follow. You can add, you can create an object directly for the parent interface, or otherwise you can create object to the child interface as well. So child interface as well. So here now I am going to add few values, guys. If you want to add values, so which method I am going to use? So here I'm going to use a method called add, right? So now I'm going to, so let me change it to string, guys, instead of integer. So let me create a string. So tomorrow I will take integer. So now I'm going to add values, guys. So here I'm going to add values, add. So here I'm going to use Mahendra. I'm going to add Mahendra. Now I'm going to add, so four values I'm going to add Emuna, and I'm going to add Pratap, and I'm going to add Vijay. So I have four values. So I have four values in my array, like in my list, right? So now I am going to print the values. Now I am going to print the values. So values are. So now I'm going to print the values. So values are. So now I'm going to print the values, guys. So close others, and now I'm executing this one, Java application. So how many values do we have in our list interface, Mo?
4.
4 values, right? So now I am going to add one null as well. So now I'm going to add null value as well. So without any data, I'm going to add null value. Again, I'm going to add this particular value. Again, I'm going to add these values. Means I am duplicating the null, and I am duplicating the values as well. Now I want to show you whether list will allow the duplicates or not. Are you able to see, guys? How many times we have Pratap and Vijay in our list interface?
2 times.
2 times, right? That means it will allow duplicates, right? List will allow duplicates. Now I'm going to get the size. How how to get a size, how to get the element count from the collection. Do you have any method for that one? We have size method, right?
Yes.
Size method, we can get count of elements from the collection. Now I'm going to get this one. See here, list values count is 8. So it will see here 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. That means 8 values, right? So it will return 8 values. And now I'm going to get a second value from the collection, from the list values. So how to get that? So if I want index 2 value, which method is there in list? So we have a method called get. So here array list values dot get, guys. So get is a method. In this get method we need to pass the index. So here I'm going to pass an index called 2. So which value it will return? Will it return Yamuna or will it return Pratap?
Pratap.
Okay, so here I'm going to get 6th index, which value it will return? So second index what value is there, and 6th index what value is there?
GUR DW.
In the
In
second
second
index we have
index, Pratap. Yes.
and
Sixth index, Vijay.
right. So run as Java application. See here it will return Pratap and Vijay. So if you want to get any value from the collection, we need to use a method called getma. Or if you want to change any value from the collection, even we have one more method, guys, that is nothing but set method. By using this set method, we can change the values. See, for example, I'm changing the values. I'm changing the values to Vamshi. That means Pratap to Vamshi. I am copying the same. And here I am changing a 6th value to Emuna, to Monica. For example, I am changing 6th value to Monica. And later on, I am printing the values. Okay. So I am printing the values. Are you able to see, guys? Previously, we have Pratap, Vijay, but now I have changed the Pratap to Vamshi and Vijay to Monica. Are you able to see the difference? If you want to change the element value as well, you can change by using set method. Set method is used to change the value based on an index. And get method is used to get the value, to get the data from the collection, So now let me add this one. Do we have any values in our array list? Do we have any values in the array list? Any values in the array list? No, right? We have not added any values. Now I am going to add all the values from the list to array list. See here, I'm going to add all values. So I'm going to add all values from list to set. See here, from list to array. Now I am going to print this one. Are you able to see, guys? Are you able to see all the values that we are copied from list to array list, right?
Yes.
Are you able to see the difference between add and add all? What is the purpose of add method and what is the purpose of add all method, guys? Add method is
Add method
used.
is
Yes.
to
Go
add
ahead.
single data.
Mm-hmm.
To add data, one data at a time.
Yes. And add all method is used to copy values from one collection to another collection, from one list to another list, from one set to another set. Add all method is there in every interface and every class. In map, we have put and put all. Put is nothing but add. Put all is nothing but add all. Put all is nothing but add all. So if you want, you can remove the value from the list as well. Now I am going to remove the value. Okay, so now I am going to remove the value. So I am going to remove a list value dot remove. So here dot remove. In the remove, I'm going to pass the index. So I'm going to pass an index called 3. So which value that I have in 3? I have Vijay, right? So now I'm going to remove a third index. Now I'm going to remove third index. Are you able to see Vijay after deleting Vijay from the collection?
Yes.
See, do we have Vijay in our collection? No, right? We have
No,
successfully
no.
removed the particular name. So same like this, we have another method called remove all. What remove all method will do? Remove all method will remove each and every element from the collection. So here we need to pass which collection you want to remove. Which collection you want to remove. So see here, I'm removing every element from the collection. So see here. So do we have any values in the list values object? No, right? We have removed everything. So we have removed everything. So if you want, you can use a remove all, or otherwise you can use clear, or otherwise you can use clear, guys. So let me copy the same, and here instead of remove all, so you can use clear as well. So you can use clear as well, but don't use both the methods at a time, because we have already removed everything from the object, right? Then what is the purpose of clearing the data again? So if you want, you can use remove all, or if you want, you can use clear. So don't use two methods at a time, so it is a time waste, such kind of thing. So known as Java application. Are you able to see any values in the list values object?
No.
And also we have one more method is there, so that is nothing but empty. So that is nothing but is empty. So is empty method, what it will return? So it will return true if the particular object is
Boolean.
empty, or otherwise it will return false if it is not empty. So if any object contains values, it will return true, or otherwise it will return false, otherwise it will return true. If it is empty, it will return true, otherwise it will return false. See here, we have values in array list, but we don't have any values in the list values, right? So for the first one, it will return true because the collection object is empty, but here it is not empty. That is the reason it will return a true. It will return false. So see here, are you able to see? List values are true because we don't have any values, but array list values are false, because we have array values in the array list. Because we have values in the array list. See here, list values are true, but array list values are false because we have values. See here, so here we have values in the array list, but in the list value we don't have any values. So if you have any doubts as of now in the methods, you can ask this.
No, Himachal, clear.
Okay, and the next one is iterator. How to use iterator? If you want to use iterator, we need to create object to the iterator. That is nothing but iterator interface. In this iterator, which data type that we are using while creating the object, the same data type we should use here. Same data type we should use here. Later on object, and later on, so which object you want to take. So you need to copy the object, you need to paste here. Later on, we need to use a method called iterator. We need to use a method called iterator. First of all, we need to create object to the interface based on the data type what you have used while creating the collection. Later on, we need to use a while. Later on, we need to use a while loop here. This particular iterator dot next, if it contains a next element, it contains has next element. So now we are going to print the respective element. We are going to print the respective element, guys. So here instead of has next, I am going to use a next. So next I'm going to print. So has next is nothing but it is a method. If our iterator contains value, it will return true. If it will return true, then it will enter to the particular loop, otherwise it will terminate the loop phase. And here the next is nothing but it will print the value from the collection. The value from the collection, guys. See here, let me debug and let me show you. See what is the value that next contains, ma? Are you able to see any value here, guys? But it will print the value. See, Mahendra, Yamuna, Vamshi, Vijay, Nal, Pratap, Monica, and Nal. Are you able to see? It will print each and every values same like for loop, same like for loop, guys. So here we'll use iterator to loop values from the collection interface. So if you want, you can use for loop as well, but my recommended way is use iterators if you are using collections. Don't go for. If you want for practice purpose, you can use pharma. Let me show you that one. So here for loop also we can use. So for int I equal to 0, so I less than array list values dot size and I plus plus. So here you can print like this: s4 array values dot get of I. So dot get of I, guys. So you can use first way or second way. So let me execute this one. So are you able to see Mahendra, Yamuna, Vamshi? Each and everything is same, guys. The way is same, the purpose is same. So the concept is same, but here the syntax is different. The purpose, the syntax is different, but the execution is same. Are you able to see the same values for loop and while loop using iterator?
Yes.
So every concept is same, but the syntax, but looks wise, it is different. But don't go for second way in a real time and even in the interviews, guys. Because if you go for second way, that means you're a fake candidate. You don't know how to use iterators and you don't know how to call while loops using iterators. So that is the reason. Don't go for second way. It is only for your practice purpose. And this is the first way. Iterator is the best practice for both practice and real time. So practice interviews and real time. Don't go for loops. For loops is only for executing certain elements that belongs to arrays or strings. But if you are using collections, don't go for loops. Please use iterators. So we have iterator and we have list iterator as well. So if you want, you can use a list iterator as well. So here you can use a list iterator as well. So list iterator as well. So I'm copying the same. So see here, I'm copying the same ITR1. So I'm using the same, but here the list iterator. So will work. See here, array list values dot iterator. So here I'm going to add list values. So I'm going to add list values. So I'm going to add list values. Why it is showing error? Add cost to list cannot convert from iterator string to list iterator. Okay. So here list iterator. So here we need to use a method called list iterator. For iterator one, we should use iterator. For list iterator one, we should use list iterator method. And here instead of has next, we can use has previous as well. So we can use has. Let me copy the object name. We should provide the object name carefully. Has previous and here a previous element. So you can use, let me dot one dot a previous one. So previous has previous is there for list iterator. As next has previous next everything will work for list iterator. But so has the previous is not there for iterator because it only travels in forward direction. That is the reason we have only has next and next one. But for list iterator, we have has previous, and if you want, you can use next and next as well. So has next. So you can use has next everything. So has next, and here also you can use next. So you can use next because list iterator, by using list iterator, we can traverse from both forward and backward directions, right? So that is the reason. So I am using previous and I am using has next as well, but iterator will only support forward. That means we should use has next or the next one. Has next and the next. Let me execute this one. Are you able to see, guys? So Monica, Pratap. So here Mahendra, Yamuna, Vamshi, Vijay, Pratap. Again Monica, Yamuna, Vamshi, again Pratap. So let me copy the same. Let me paste it here. Okay. So here we don't have any data, so that is the reason array list values. So let me execute. Are you able to see, ma? So Mahendra, Yamuna, again Mahendra, Pratap, Vijay, Vamshi, Yamuna. Are you able to see? Has a previous means descending to ascending. Has next means ascending to descending, guys. So that is the reason Mahendra to Monica it will print, because here has next means ascending order, but has previous means descending order. That is the reason Monica to Mahendra it will print, guys. It will print Monica to Mahendra. Let me add that point as well. No? So has next means ascending order. Has previous means descending order. So has previous means descending order. So this is nothing but list interface, array list class, high level of interfaces, collection interface, methods, iterator interface, and list iterator interface. So if you have any doubts as of now, you can ask it.
No, Himanshu.
No doubts? Is everything clear?
Himaja,
Clear.
while interview purpose, fresher, they may ask this type of regarding list,
For
array
freshers,
list.
they will only ask OOPS concepts, for loops, while loops, data type. That's it. They will never ask collections, exception handling, even interfaces, inheritance. They will never ask these kinds of questions for freshers.
Okay.
Hello, Himaja.
Yes, ma'am.
In arrays, we are printing like ascending order, descending order. We can, if you want to print one, I mean, skip means like I need to print one.
If you want to skip, we can use continue or break.
Okay.
We have already discussed this topic, right, guys?
Yes, but I am asking in here, so that's it.
Here also, if you want to skip, so here in the collection, we don't have separate things to skip, ma. Because here
Okay.
also we are using while, right? So if you want, you can use break or continue. It will support, ma.
Okay.
Any more doubts, guys? Nothing? Is everything clear?
Yes, Himaja.
No, Himaja, thank you.
Yeah. Thank you so much, guys. Thank you for joining. See you tomorrow, same time.
Okay, bye.
Bye.
Okay.
Have a great rest of the day.